Ting. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good.
All
Get
right.
paranoid. Don't like doing shit twice.
DailyAstrocat.com, the weekly astrology report.
On this week's Daily Astrocat Weekly Report, we talk about a Venus-Neptune quincunx. Wait, what? We've never done anything like this before. We're doing quincunxes now, too? We'll be covering a Mars-Jupiter trine in Earth signs. That's a little more normal. And the full moon in Aquarius on Lammas. That's Tuesday the 1st. We'll be doing that as well.
Okay, so llamas, where's the llamas? Llamas in pajamas.
Llamas in pajamas.
Llamas in pajamas. Anyway, hey, we're also going to explore a point in Aquarius of 28 degrees that is directly opposite a yod, or finger of God. Ooh! Aspect between Venus, Pluto, and Neptune. If we run out of things to talk about, we'll carry on a bit about the Mercury-Saturn opposition. The moon begins this week in Capricorn and ends the week in Aries.
You almost said Aquarius.
I know I did, didn't I? Because I have Aquarius on my mind. Hello, beautiful people. Hi, friends. Well, thank you for joining us and welcome. Welcome to the Lunar Weekly Astrocat Preview. It's time to concentrate and focus.
Intentions set are intentions well met.
I'm Shane Jensen. I'm an astrologer, and I like to interpret our daily influences of the moon on us and our environs against the backdrop of traditional Western astrology.
And I'm Carrie Jensen. I'm a kitchen witch, voice of the cast of cat characters here, songstress, and a neurospicy nerd for all things New Age.
I know, that's because you could never handle voice actress. The Cancerian vibes of last week will be subsiding. There's definitely a tension that exists within us that's going to be brought on by the full moon in Aquarius. Progressive ideas seem to be retreating. Everything you read shows resistance to these type of ideas. Don't allow yourself to be fooled, okay? A new awakening is already underway, and they can't erase it no matter how hard they try. Of course, the current order is working to undermine this.
Mm-hmm. So that's some really big picture stuff, man. But you usually have a really good grasp on those things, so that makes me really curious. How did you get to this?
You need to go through the process, okay? This is a live experiment.
Uh-oh.
Right now. On Sunday, the Venus quincunx is exact with Neptune. Since we've never really delved into a quincunx before, I guess it's only right to discuss what that is.
Yes, so this thing between Venus and Neptune going on. You're giving me more homework? Oh, man. Okay, so a quincunx is a pattern or arrangement of 5 objects, typically positioned in a square or rectangle, with one object placed in the center and the other 4 arranged around it at the corners. This geometric arrangement has been used for centuries in various fields: architecture, gardening, even board games. And the term quincunx is derived from the Latin word quinque, meaning 5, and uncia, meaning 1/12. The concept of the quincunx can be traced back to ancient civilizations and has long been revered for its aesthetic aesthetic appeal and symbolic significance.
In the field of astrology, a quincunx is an aspect formed between 2 celestial bodies that are 5 signs apart from each other. This is called inconjunct, and it is a 150-degree difference. It's basically a trine plus a sextile.
Weird.
That's right. Quincunx aspects are often considered challenging, as they represent a potential that is difficult to realize.
Okay, so there's potential there.
Well, this is often viewed as a karmic direction in natal charts. Here, we're going to give it a little bit more of a spiritual significance.
Stuff you gotta work for.
To say that relationships can be baffling overstates the obvious, okay? Do 2 retrograde quincunxes make a right? Oh, I don't know. Does the clarity of Neptune retrograde as we review our Venus things, relationship, beauty, comfort, and art lead us to some new insights? No. I think it reinforces our desire to have Venus achieve the things she desires in Leo: acclaim, acceptance, and the material rewards of that such things bring. Venus will pass this way again, So here we're merely asking the question.
Asking the question, indeed. So you're saying that because Venus is retrograde, she'll pass this way again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we view this karmically, we're going to have a second shot at the same aspect. There's like a new life.
Wow, reincarnation.
So we will have progressed enough in that short period of time?
Look, Pluto's also in a quincunx with Venus. That's what makes us a yod. Because that means that Neptune and Pluto are in a sextile and can support the indecisions that Venus may be facing. You know,
so that means they can continue the complication.
I'm going to make this very simple. No. Not based on just this information alone. When we're facing this indecision with respect to our ability to affect the changes we need to advance our lives in a meaningful way while Venus is in Leo, can we do that? Are we going to get lost in our own vices and bad habits?
Or lack of good habits? Lack of good habits can be a bad habit.
Okay, so now, this, quincunx sextile, that's that big tippy triangle, the one with the long side and the base. Yeah. That's an isosceles triangle. It's also known as a yod.
Okay, stop. This is getting into the weeds. Like, you know what? You say isosceles triangles, and I'm like, math, and my brain just stops. We're getting into the weeds, and I'm afraid of ticks. Quincunxes are bad enough. Sounds like a really big tick.
Oh man, I was gonna bisect the angle and draw it out and everything and make a little line and drop it down from the middle.
Okay, gonna lie. Actually,
now listen,
like that.
The midpoint between Pluto and Neptune, that midpoint between the two, hints at what actions we need to take. Basically, if you think about it, everybody's at between 28 and 27 degrees. So that's going to be half that distance. So that's actually 28 degrees Aquarius. All right? It's important because this isn't just a single instance of this happening, being that Venus is retrograde and has yet to pass this way again. Mercury and Venus were both here. When Venus went retrograde, they were conjunct and they were both at the same spot. So it's like a recurring dream. The sun will find itself in this spot also. We know that Pluto retrograde in Capricorn has been pretty harmful to the rights of many people here in the United States. Think about it. It went retrograde, back in June? Okay. So, Neptune retrograde in Pisces opens our eyes to the kind of deprivations that are taking place. We can see them very clearly for what they are.
Deprivations indeed. But how does this translate to the creative folks out there? All this karmic stuff sounds really heavy.
What does gravity have to do with it? Seriously. It comes into play later on in the week. That was a Back to the Future thing anyway.
Yeah, I could tell.
Okay, so I think the key to understanding how it is going to affect all of this is to look at the 28th degree of Aquarius, that midpoint between Pluto and Neptune.
Okay.
I've been fixated on it now, mentioning 28, 28, 28. Now I'm going to explore exactly why.
All right.
Okay, the Sabian symbol for this degree is the last stage of metamorphosis. A butterfly emerging from the chrysalis.
Ooh.
Drop the mic right there. Oh, it's attached to me. I can't.
So wait, you picked this point to focus on?
I didn't choose it. That is what the yacht indicates. It's looking for a way forward. Okay. How do we get forward? In order to get Venus to realize her goals, we're going to have to transform. The butterfly does it physically.
Yeah, turning into a literal puddle of goopy cells within its chrysalis.
And we're left to do that spiritually.
Ooh.
Goopy cells spiritually.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Sounds intense.
How we choose to do that is entirely within us. Oh, goop. Yuck. All right. The heavy Saturn influence in this week's chart also points to this as a spiritual endeavor.
Yeah, so
astrology doesn't replace religion. Seen the right way, it can amplify and deepen it.
Amen.
Oh, yeah. It helps connect us with the mysteries of the universe.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Now, on its face, like spirituality, the finger of God, it sounds awfully literal to me, but I know your natural mode when it comes to astrology is rarely literal.
It is the fact that this is a spiritual revolution of sorts that will be brought on by the strong Pisces influences of this week. We have the opportunity to see what it is that we must do to get to the next level. That next level, either karmically or that next level, whatever, okay? And that, provided we take the time to connect with the cosmos.
I like that theoretical path we could take, or maybe we have taken. Now, what about our next aspect? Moving on. That's going to be the full moon in Aquarius.
Okay, so, look, the full moon occurs at 9 degrees Aquarius. Aquarius again, okay? Like I said on the day of this, in the Daily Astrology Report, the full moon in Aquarius is a wake-up call of sorts, as it sets the stage and allows us to see the transformative potential of Pluto in Aquarius.
We felt a little bit of that earlier in this season. As governments bristle and vacillate and try to take away rights, a few bright spots come to the forefront to challenge those who wish to oppress.
With our attention thus turned to Aquarius in this particular week, we're going to begin to feel the liberating energy of this full moon.
Innovation, technology, society, and the rise of the machine are a few things that we could discuss here. It isn't about what is done immediately in the next few weeks, okay? Think of it more as planting a late season crop or spring bulbs. There's a depth to the changes that we've experienced over the last few weeks.
This full moon breaks us out of the grip of the new moon in Cancer. That moody new moon that we felt all last week, and that energy that was just like, oh, and gives form to the various permutations that we may have instantiated along the way. I like that word, instantiated.
I like it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always expanding my vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you're so big on the point in Aquarius then. The full moon's directing your attention there. But you seem to think it's longer lasting somehow?
Not so much as the effects from this particular full moon, but what we may be able to divine from it. The next lunar aspect involving Aquarius will be next year's new moon in Aquarius, okay?
Wow, that's a while off.
Yeah, it's actually, they call those lunations. So the next lunation that's going to involve Aquarius will be the new moon in Aquarius. And that occurs after Pluto is already in Aquarius for the second time. Okay, hence all the attention paid to the midpoint between Pluto and Neptune in 28 degrees Aquarius.
Yes, indeed, that disintegrating caterpillar and its chrysalis. So that's really going long term, though, but I think that whole Pluto, Neptune, Venus, Yod business kind of really warrants it. The sun will pass through it. Venus will return to it as well.
I feel kind of funny going that far out, too. Stella would be very upset about it. She'd be like, no, we're not going to talk about that. All right. So, but I really think that once Pluto finally settles in Aquarius, we'll see some of the seesawing back and forth, and we'll say enough. Look, fewer boomers, let's talk math, okay? Just fewer boomers, plus more Gen Z votes, could mean an end to the Cirque de Mammon in Washington.
Cirque de Mammon.
Cirque de Mammon.
Yeah. So is it greed or money that drives all that? Or is it something, or is it something even more nefarious? Dark money? Puppet masters? Sounds pretty metal.
Yeah. Men.
Now, as a refresher, we here at Daily Astrocat use the demon Mammon as an embodiment of greed. He was popularized by the rise of the industrial robber barons of the late 19th century.
Maybe, but we're really straying far away from that full moon on Lammas coming up.
Yeah, okay, let's get back to that. Well, you know what, like, you wrote it. Anyway, that's going to bring us actually to the Mars-Jupiter trine. Now, that's a pleasant aspect, is it not?
This could be your lucky star. This could be your lucky star.
Oh, boy.
All right, any excuse to invoke the material girl, okay? Why wait? Look, as long term as we've been looking, the time is right for you to let it all fly. Just revel in being you. Like Madonna, it never stopped her, did it? Nor should it stop you or any of you from being you.
So I guess Madonna must be your diva.
Could be.
Anyway, it's a slow and steady vibe, and persistence is what it's all about. I may not be the best at it, but I do know that I have to get up and move every day.
Listen, as an Aries, I'm surrounded by divas, okay? share my birthday with Mariah Carey. I got Lady
Lord.
Gaga on one side, and I got Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas on the other. So,
Yeah.
it just goes with the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah. Guess so.
I'm in the hood, okay? Madonna happens to be the Leo diva in my mind, and she is the Leo diva. Well, you could be too. You could be that lucky star. All right? Creatives, listen to me, okay? You're enough, okay? You are enough. Let the rest of the world catch up to you.
Heck yeah.
Put those cones on. This is what Pluto and Aquarius will do. Be on the cutting edge and lead the pack. Mars is the leader of the first sign of the zodiac and is the co-ruler of one of the most powerful signs. Listen, our moves will naturally be cautious thanks to all that Saturn stuff out there, and that's okay. The outrageous stuff always comes later. And the reason why Mars is there is because we're talking about that Jupiter-Mars trine. That's where you're going to find your fortune. So that leads us into our last aspect.
Karmic questions later on in the week should only serve to push you in the right direction. Believe in yourself and your ability to put things right. Confidence is a sexy look, especially while the sun's in Leo. If you can talk and walk proud, that is exactly how you will be perceived.
That's right. Tuck that tail between your legs and they'll perceive you like that too.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's bring together all the elements, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The 5 senses are all ruled by Mercury. We discussed that the other week. Saturn is in the house that is best known for a highly developed 6th sense. Look, the water signs all have it. The Cancer house we just left was too noisy and touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Folks had their panties in a bunch over what they thought they were owed,
Oh,
okay?
no.
There is a peace and tranquility that we can experience if we can convince ourselves to just do the work.
Now, the Mercury-Saturn opposition in the Daily Astrology Report is very top-down. You're discussing the role of organized religion.
I also say this. This is a moment where we really get the message across through art. It's an instance where we need to see the irony in organized religion trying to use Saturn in Pisces to force their agenda on us. Okay? Saturn's also the co-ruler of Aquarius.
Yeah.
You have to know the rules in order to know how to best break them. All right? Keep Aquarius in mind if you want to advance to the next level, both financially and as a human being.
And as a human being, yes.
Now, invention, hey, we're going to use this as a means of surviving this test, right? If Saturn is challenging us to do our best, once we rise to that occasion, then a requirement is met, is it not? This is the role that Saturn plays in our charts. It is tests, trials, tribulations. Can you get through it? Can you do it? Are you persistent enough to get there? Okay? We are at a return point with Saturn every 30 years.
Wow.
Okay?
That's a hike.
Okay? Saturn is known as very karmic. This is karmic, and this is why our week ends on such a heavy note.
Do the work and find the way forward. We told you about some pretty far off things, but now bring all of that together in your daily work.
That's right. You can lead the way. Listen, Uranus and Pluto are going to be activated later on in the week, very, very late on Saturday.
Freedom, societal goals, witchcraft. Hey, I said that last week.
No, I said that last week. I took it from you.
Jerk.
You don't remember that? I said freedom, societal goals, and I said, oops.
Oh yeah, and then we got.
Then you had to go witchcraft. It's only witchcraft.
All right.
And okay, enough of that. So maybe it's witchcraft. Got to do the Frank Sinatra version, I guess. Okay, so maybe it still applies to you. Frank Sinatra channeled through, Randy Rainbow, maybe. It's witchcraft.
No,
okay.
he sings a little better than you.
Oh! That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. That is not true. I wasn't properly warmed up.
Oh, okay, fair.
Thank you. Okay, if I had been practicing all day and doing my scales and stuff like that, I would have nailed it.
Anyways.
Okay, so maybe it still applies to you. Listen, gather your forces, okay? Call out to those around. I'm expecting some great things from you and from all of you.
We have this Venus and Leo energy until October. We have that long to serve ourselves and others with our best offerings. Come, let us all grow together.
That slight come hither touch. That look, yes.
That's like come hither stare, perhaps?
Slight come hither stare. I don't know.
And
Chimes ringing.
do you want to join the community? I don't know if you do anymore.
Hey, look, we get to the end of this week on a very upbeat way, okay? Active and upbeat way. Practice your songs. Get moving. Play the guitar. Shake things up a bit. You can set yourself free. Don't get distracted. I got new microphones today, and hopefully they sound better.
Squirrel!
I tried to find out how I could get them to work on my phone,
Squirrel!
but I was a mistake.
Yeah.
All right?
Focus on the task at hand. Get through the distractions.
Mm-hmm.
You find more time to get stuff done that way.
That's right. Work on your Leo things, like
Yeah.
your Frank Sinatra
Yeah.
impersonation.
Yeah, and those that are
Right,
only...
so you don't sound like Randy Rainbow.
And those that
I
are...
mean, not that there's anything wrong with sounding like Randy Rainbow. Love you, Randy.
We enjoy him very much.
Leo! Hello. Leo taking over. My Leo's take. I don't have anything with Leo, but, it's still Sun's in Leo season, so let's go. All right.
I could argue that, but we won't go there.
Do you get our best days?
I do.
Do you have best days for us? Okay.
What is the best day for love, my dear?
It's Sunday, and according to my Vita horoscope, I'm a Leo rising, and I don't understand that at all.
Oh, that's bizarre.
It is bizarre.
Oh, because it's going backwards a little bit.
Yeah, it does go
Okay,
backwards a little bit, and supposedly I'm a Pisces.
I mean, that would kind of make sense too, but anyway.
No, well, I mean, but all my other stuff is in Pisces, and that would put, like, Venus and Mercury in Aquarius, and I don't think that quite works.
Mm.
All right? So, anyway, hey, our best day for love is going to be Sunday. Call to the love of the universe and within, and ask what you desire. Okay. Ask of it what you desire. Hey, listen.
Ask for what you desire.
Ask for what you desire. Is that a manifestation thing?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Okay, anyway.
Manifest the ability.
I just did it. Call to the love
He didn't
of
write
the
that part,
universe
so now he's all screwed up.
and within, and watch and ask for what you desire.
Good job.
Thanks. Go deep. All right.
Now the best day for business.
Monday is a day to seize upon for the week. Get the work and everyday communication done now. Don't wait.
Don't delay.
Be serious. Be that Leo voice. Okay, anyway.
The best day for health?
Is Wednesday, I hope.
You hope.
Anyway, it's so hard to keep myself on track.
Why is it the best day for health?
What?
We don't know?
No, it's best day for health for people out there. It's not for me. I don't ever pay
Crying out
attention to this
loud.
crap.
Okay.
I try to motivate myself with it. It's like the best day for health is Wednesday. Well, maybe I won't have an extra, bagel. Health.
I mean, if you can, yeah, sometimes that's the best you can do. Some weeks it's like that. Now, the best day for transformation?
It is Tuesday, and it's a good day for transformation with the full moon. Llamas is here. Look, out the door, it's a llama. Celebrate responsibly. I'm just kidding, all right? Knock this one out of the park. Publish.
Get your stuff out there.
Mushrooms by firelight. Who knows? All right. So, hey, look. This is a super strong beginning to a week that can lead us to lots of what I think are some very existential questions, okay? I'm an optimist, and I hope you are too. And I hope you're feeling that way. I'm very much in favor of what all of you are capable of doing.
I am as well.
You and you and you and you. You and you and you and
And you and you and you.
All right. Hey, thank you all for joining us. Get to do this all together. Please share this, follow, and hit the bell for notifications.
Show us some love. Talk to us. We want to know how your week is going. Did you work your magic? Feed us that feedback. It's daily-astrocat.com by Stella on multitudes of social media.
That's right. And hey, maybe we'll even put a link in our I'll tell you what, sign up for the email and we will send you something that you will like, and it will come from Stella at dailyastrocat.com, and you'll have our email address and you can send your questions there, okay? And boy, did last week throw me for a loop. Just almost as bad as this week because I couldn't sing my witchcraft because I don't remember the words. All right, I got rid of my gaming apps and I focused more on what I'm trying to accomplish here.
You did do that, yes.
So get ready for some more basic content and articles because, let's face it. A couple of weeks ago when we did our assessment of what we're doing and what we're trying to do, our whole Pluto reassessment thing, I decided that astrology is my thing and I'm going to teach it. And I'm going to teach what my way is of it to all of you. Now, does that make it the right way? I don't know, but if this resonates with you and what I'm putting down here, you're digging and you like the vibe, then yes, then I will put more of that stuff out there so all of you can partake of it more.
And as much as I get frustrated that it's always feeling like work, work, work around here, I've begun to truly learn that I'm the one responsible for my own joy and my own path. Perhaps some of you are facing the same.
Listen to yourself. Venus is retrograde and conflicts will be commonplace. Conflicts like between what we're doing here or what we're trying to put down, okay? This with us. And then what? What's your best course for the future? Ask yourself, what is the motivation for what you're doing? We just told you what some of ours is. The lifeblood of the creator is to create. And essentially, that's what we're always doing here. It's a creative process. This isn't like, I read a dusty old book and today says we're supposed to be doing this and oh my God, we're fated and a friggin' asteroid's gonna smash into. No, none of that crap, okay? None of that. What it is, it's a creative process where the day is gonna put us into a flow and we're gonna try to decipher that flow for you and let you know what direction you'd be best to flow in. Hey, why not swim with the current, right? If you know where the ups and downs are, you can come out the other side. All right.
I hope that you can find your creative lifeblood this week and get into the flow.
All right. That's all we have for you. Have a happy Astro Week.
Happy astrocatting.
Probably sounds like crap with these new microphones.
Oh my God. Be terrible.